Broadcast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, the satellite radar picture this afternoon showing clear skies, lots of sunshine, not a bad day, but looks going to be deceiving. We are going to watch some storms that may develop out across portions of Iowa heading into western Illinois late tonight. But if you've got plans here this evening, you're looking A-OK. Temperatures a little warmer today with readings back up into the mid-80s, 85 from Champaign down to Effingham, 86 in Springfield. We think as we get closer to maybe that 10, 11 o'clock hour, we may see a stray thunderstorm. Now, there is a small window of maybe a strong storm in there. We'll show you the area that may be under the gun for that when we come back here in just a little bit. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Illinois legalizes small amounts of marijuana with a warning why you could still get in legal trouble until New Year's. Coming up.
Brent Christensen is guilty of kidnapping and killing Ying Zhang. The next step determines his fate. Who could take the stand in the sentencing phase?
A bicyclist was following all of the rules of the road when she was hit by a car. What rule that driver wasn't following?
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Prohibition does not work.
And the prohibition of marijuana in Illinois is now over. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Governor Pritzker signed the bill into law today. It makes Illinois the 11th state in the country to legalize recreational marijuana. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell was at the event. He joins us live from Chicago. Mark, it's legalized, but you can't light up just yet.
Jennifer, good evening. That's correct. Lawmakers are excited, but they're also issuing a bit of a tempered warning, saying that between now and New Year's, you can still get arrested and face criminal charges if you're caught with marijuana. That's New Year's is when it becomes legal for sale for possession of up to 30 grams. That's also when some 315,000 people in the state will see their arrest records wiped clean. A total of more than 700,000 records and low-level convictions. That's the part of this new marijuana law that was missing in every other state to legalize cannabis so far. And it's the part lawmakers are most proud of, a rare law that seeks not only to change the future, but also to reach back into the past and rein in the long arm of the law.
Studies have shown time and time again that black and white people tend to use cannabis at the same rates, but black people are far more likely to be arrested for possession.
Now, those records for people caught with less than 30 grams, those people will get a fresh start automatically. Those arrested with up to 500 grams could also get a fresh start pending a more tedious process and court review. Tackling something this big was not easy, not even close. New York also has Democrats in control of the House and the Senate and the governor's mansion in that state, but they just failed to do this very thing. They tried there and they failed. Several lawmakers here, Democrats and Republicans, said the key difference was having Governor Pritzker play the role of closer in this complicated negotiation. But again, confirmation from the governor's office tonight that they do plan to have legal marijuana shops licensed, up, and ready for business starting New Year's Day 2020. Mark your calendars. Jennifer?
I know a lot of people probably have it already circled. All right, thank you so much. Now, it is step one in a process that is far from over.
That's right. Brent Christensen was found guilty yesterday of kidnapping, leading to the death of Ying Zhang, and lying to the FBI during its investigation. The sentencing phase has yet to begin. Every step in the case has been a challenge for Zhang's family. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting joins us now. Courtney, you spoke to the family attorney about how they're feeling. Yesterday was at least a victory for them.
That's right, Paul. At least a relief yesterday for sure, but it's important to them that Ying gets the justice she deserves in this case. But every single time they have to listen to the gruesome details, they say it's difficult. The family's attorney, Steve Beckett, says there have been many times when this trial has been unbearable for the family. In a statement, the family said thanks to everyone who helped with the case, especially Tara Bullis, Christensen's former girlfriend, and Emily Hogan, who said she had been approached by Christensen earlier in the day and he asked her to get in the car, but she refused. Zhang's family also said they still want to find Ying. Now remember, Christensen was found guilty for kidnapping, leading to her death, but she was never found. Now, in 2 weeks, the sentencing phase of the trial begins. Now, some family members will be testifying during that phase, but it's still unclear exactly who that will be. Now, I spoke to Steve Beckett, their attorney, and he says it will likely be Zhang's father and boyfriend, but whether or not her brother will testify is still up in the air. And also for her mother, Beckett says she's still very emotionally distraught. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Yeah, certainly understandable. You saw her mother yesterday break down during that family statement. Courtney, thanks. Now, we've asked the family what they hope happens in the sentencing phase of the case. They've never said if they specifically are hoping for the death penalty. They only asked prosecutors consider it. When asked if life in prison for Christensen would be fair, they said they'll leave that up to the jury, and whatever the outcome is, they believe it will be justice.
We have an update on the man accused of stabbing and killing Holly Cassano. She was stabbed 60 times and sexually assaulted in her Muhammad home in 2009. Michael Henslick was arrested in 2018. Police said when they arrested him, he admitted to the crime. Henslick later pleaded not guilty. His pretrial hearing was today to tie up loose ends before the trial starts. They'll decide that date at the end of July. New tonight at 5, Springfield police have made an arrest in a deadly stabbing. Witnesses tell police 3 people walked into a home. They then confronted 31-year-old Max Oglesby about stealing $100. Police say 39-year-old Cody Weller stabbed Oglesby several times. He's been arrested for murder. Imagine riding your bike, following all the rules of the road, and the next thing you know, you're being carried away to the hospital.
That's what happened to a U of I student this morning at the corner of 6th and White Street in Champaign. WCIA 3's Emily Braun was there this morning. So, Emily, how did it happen?
The student was riding her bike east down White Street, and again, following all of the rules of the road. But you'll notice here that 6th Street runs one way going south. So the driver was coming north when he plowed into her, coming the wrong way. Several people were around and stood by as police worked to clear the scene. A couple of them even said they saw it happen. One told us the crash snapped her bike in half, and you could see the windshield of the Mercedes was shattered from the impact. Police say the student was conscious when they got on scene. She was taken to the hospital, and they say she may have some broken bones, but they expect she'll be okay. But they told us this is a tough reminder to always pay extra attention to your surroundings in case there's someone who's not paying enough.
Just always be aware and alert. You know, it's no different than a lot of motorcyclists that are out on the highways. The smaller the vehicle, the smaller the bicycle, it's going to be a challenge to see given any condition. So just be aware.
He told us the driver will be given a ticket for improper lane usage. Now, I spoke to a man who was nearby when this happened, and this shook him up because he says he rides his bike to work every day. He didn't want to go on camera, but he did say something that stuck with me. He said, "This is why I teach my kids to look both ways, be careful, and be looking out for them because they're not always looking out for you." Live in Champaign, Emily Braun, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
It's definitely good advice for anybody who's crossing the street. Emily, thanks.
One school district is helping kids grow more than just in the classroom. Why emotional learning is a top priority in Urbana.
Plus, teachers are making sure your kids are set up for success at a young age. Why they're ditching the pencils and paper to test their skills.